Hey everyone, I'm Katie Bertrand. Thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel. If you are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Today I'm going to be showing you how to draft your own pattern using the Fit Nice system. Fit Nice system is created by Judy Kessinger. I am one of her instructors. This is her awesome book that teaches you how to draft your own patterns. And in this book, as you go along, it has, let me show you right here. It has a QR code, and that if you open up your camera on your phone and hover over that, it will play a video for each section, so it's super awesome. But the nice thing about the Fit Nice system is once you have created your pattern, some of you, if you've sewn before, may be familiar with the term sloper, but you will be drafting a pattern basic top and pant that is to your measurements that you can take and then adapt and create new designs that are tailored just to you. So it really takes a lot of the fitting out of commercial patterns. So I just wanted to show you how this works. So when you get your pattern, you have a paper pattern like this, you would take your measurements. We've got a little chart over here to write down your measurements, but you will be tracing over these lines and creating a bodice front and back and a sleeve. So I have already done that, and I have decided I wanted just a really sheer and summery kimono top. I am very short, so everything has to be altered, and lucky for me, I love to do alterations. That's how I started my business, was doing alterations out of my home many years ago. Now I have alterations and embroidery gift shop and do all kinds of things. So I'm used to altering my clothes, but every time I went to the store, now that things are reopening, since we are still in pandemic state, the stores are reopening and all these cute kimonos are out, but they're just way too long on me. So I decided, I'm like, well, this is silly, I'll just make one myself. So I just thought I would show you all how I'm going to be using my Fit Nice pattern. So I got this really pretty sheer material at Hobby Lobby, and it's, you know, bright colors. It's got like little houses and boats on it. You know, it's kind of sheer, and I was like, oh, this will be perfect. This is, you know, I love the colors. I like the sheerness of it. And so this will be really easy. So it's gonna just basically, we're not even going to have any type of closure on the front, and we're gonna just do a simple kind of raglan style sleeve. So after I've drafted my patterns, I like to keep them in a Ziploc bag, and then I just write on it, you know, this is the my bodice top and sleeve. Sometimes I've drafted different types of sleeves or collars, and I put them in a little Ziploc bag to store them. So I just want to share with you, oops. Okay, so this material that I have drafted my pattern on is called Pattern Ease. It's nice because you can see through it, but it feels like material. It's not paper, so it's a little bit more adaptable kind of thing. So when you draw your Fit Nice pattern, this is the front and this is the back. You just flip this up. You'll make your design adjustments, but I already know that this bodice fits me perfectly, and I'll kind of hold it up on myself just to show you. And even the length, I don't want I'm going to step back. I just want my kimono top to kind of hit me where my fingers stop. So on my pattern, it's probably about 3 inches longer than my actual bodice piece. So I'm just going to draft it a little bit longer. So for the back piece, I'm going to leave this piece up, because then I'll fold it down to do the front. So it's super easy. It's just one piece, and I'm going to be laying that on the fold. My pattern, or my fabric, does have a design on it that is directional. So I do want to be conscious of that, so I don't cut one piece one direction, one the other, and then my houses are 2 different directions. So if you do have a design on your material, just be conscious of that. But this is the best way to sew something and know that it is going to fit and not have to do a lot of pattern alterations, because once you've created your Fit Nice pattern, it is already tailored to you and ready to go, and then you can just change it to whatever type of style you are creating. So I'm going to, this is probably going to be a 2-part video, because I just want to cut these out, then we'll get to sewing them. But I just want to show you how easy it is. And I'm going to kind of lay this out too. So I'm taking my ruler and I'm just going to measure out, I'm going to do 4 inches longer so I can have a 1-inch hem. And I'm just going to cut right across here. And cut my neck back. Got that cut, and then I'll just scoot it over. Material is just wide enough, which is really nice. I can get front and back out of this. And then I'm going to unpin this. I'm going to fold down the top part. I'm using the bottom part just for the length so it matches up, because I extended it. I'm just going to fold this part back because I've got to fold this down. Now, I'm going to be adjusting my collar because this just has like more of a t-shirt. So I'm going to take this, I want it just more kind of a nice angled from the neckline. So I'm just folding this back so that it kind of comes down instead of around like a scoop neck. So I'm adjusting my neckline, and it's super easy to do. But this is where it's really fun. You can kind of play designer and create garments, you know, how you want them to look. Maybe you've seen something at the store and you like how it looks, and you've tried it on. Just be conscious, you know, even when you're creating something, you want to make sure that that style looks good for your body type, because I always want to wear things and then realize that it's not perfect for my body type, and then I don't want to wear it. And then I've made something and spent time and money on fabric, and then I don't even like how it looks on me. So it's always good to kind of have an idea of the design lines that look great on your body type. All right, unpin this. Lay that over there. Now my sleeve, this is my sleeve. Now I don't want it long sleeve, so I'm going to just kind of lay this on myself. I'm going to fold it up because I already know I don't want it. I want it more like 3/4 length because it's summery. And then I'm also going to straighten out my arms a little bit. I'm going to make it a little bit more boxy. I want it to fit in my shoulder. This is me personally. So I'm just going to be folding this up. I'm going to pin this. So if I have this on my shoulder bone, maybe I might hem it up a little bit shorter. I'm going to go ahead and cut it here because then I know I can shorten it up. And then as I cut, I'm going to just go more of a straight down. I'm not going to see how your sleeves angle in like this. I'm going to go straight. I do want it to fit in my shoulder because I am small and petite, and sometimes the wider arms just don't look right on me. So again, this is why it's really nice to have your own pattern already drafted for you. And again, I want to make sure that my pattern on my material is going the same direction. So you might make sure your grain lines are going the right way. So even though the grain line is this way, make sure that your pattern pieces are laid in the same direction. Because again, I don't want the houses or the design on here, the boats and everything, one arm upside down and the other one not. Or both of them upside down with the bodice piece. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. So I'm making my sleeve wider by coming out a little bit straighter than following the actual pattern. I want to hold this up so you can see. Let me pin that, it doesn't want to stay to it. On my pattern, I've cut out excess on the side. So this, I didn't cut right next to my pattern because I wanted the sleeve just a little bit wider. I wanted a little bit more loosey-goosey since it's a very sheer, and I just want it to be like a little flowy overlay that I can, wear over a t-shirt for summer. Now we can move into some construction. Let's see. I'm actually going to be doing this on the serger. So the first thing I will do is this is my back piece, and I'm going to put right sides together, front and back, and I've got two pieces on the front, so they're separate. Then we're going to match up our shoulders. You could even make this a sleeveless, so you wouldn't even have to draft the sleeves if you just want to do more of a vest. Okay, I'm going to take this over to the serger. Actually, I'm going to sew it first because I'm going to hold on, let me get over here real fast. Okay, I had to get that set up. So I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine. I'll be right back. have sewed the shoulder seams together, and I'm just going to lay this over myself just to kind of show you. So it will just drape nice and flowy, and I like the length. So I'm just testing this. It's always good to kind of try on your garments as you are constructing, especially for fit and that kind of thing. So next we will serge and put our sleeve in. Now, the easiest way to do a sleeve is to put it in before you sew the side seams and then sew all the way under your arm and down the side. It's much easier than trying to put in a set-in sleeve, trust me. I'm just kind of lining this up a little bit. All right, I'm going to change the thread on the serger for 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna have you come over here and we're gonna put the sleeves on. So I'm just lining up the sleeve edge to our armhole opening. So now we can see our sleeve is set in. We did that all in one motion. I'm gonna show you. So, and then we'll sew the other arm and then we will sew this all together. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this one side seam. And we can try it on. We can try on one side here. But see, it's loose on my arm and the shoulder seam is on my shoulder. So that's the nice part of having your own pattern. Let me grab my other sleeve. And we'll go ahead and put our other sleeve in and sew that side seam. side seam or shoulder in. Now I'm going to do the side seam, and it just needs the inside serged and the edge rolled up and hemmed, and it's finished. And I don't like to pin, it slows me down. Now we have it together. Got this thread caught on it. Picked up something off my machine here. So let's slip it on. And it is perfect for me. It's loose, it's airy, I can just throw this on, and it hangs just exactly like I wanted it to, and it's open, and I love it. So the only thing I'm going to do now is I will kind of turn up my sleeve and kind of get that at a 3/4 length where I wanted. I'm going to roll hem the edges on my serger just to finish it, and I'm finished. So I'm super excited. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the Fit Nice patterns, just put it in the comments. I also do one-on-one classes through a Zoom kind of thing. So if you're interested in learning to sew and you need some one-on-one, a little more in-depth than just a YouTube video, you can message me or leave a comment with your email. You can message me through my website, which is SewCuteByKatie.com. We have some online patterns on there as well, and some other tutorials that are a little more step-by-step. I also have our sewing club. It is Katie's Sewing Club. It is a monthly membership. We work on one project a month, but you have me to ask questions. It's a little more personable than just a YouTube video, so you can check that out online as well on the website. I'll put links to it in the description below, and I hope you have enjoyed this. And try out some of the Fit Nice patterns. I can link you to where you can get them from Judy Kassinger's Fit Nice system. I can order them also for you and get them to you. So have a great day. Thanks for sewing with me, and hit that subscribe button. I'll talk to you soon.